We're about to dive into something that will change the way you approach your spiritual energy forever. I want you to imagine this. You've worked so hard to raise your vibration, to be in alignment with your highest self. You meditate, you practice gratitude, you speak affirmations into the universe, and you feel that light, that clarity, that deep peace that only comes from vibrating at a high frequency. But then, out of seemingly nowhere, life seems to push back. You feel drained, exhausted, maybe even irritable for no clear reason. You sense that your energy is being pulled in directions you didn't consent to. What's happening? Could it be that you're under a spiritual attack? And if so, how do you protect the precious energy you've cultivated so carefully? Stick with me, because by the time we're done here, you'll not only understand how to identify these attacks, but you'll know exactly what to do to protect your vibration every single time.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons.
Let's start at the beginning. You probably already know that everything is energy. Your thoughts, your emotions, your physical body, and the world around you. It's all vibrating on different frequencies. When you're in a high vibrational state, you're aligned with love, gratitude, joy, and peace. You attract abundance, clarity, and synchronicity. But here's where it gets tricky. The higher you vibrate, the more noticeable you become, not just to positive energies, but also to negative ones. Think of it like this. Imagine you're a lighthouse, shining brightly in the darkness. Your light is a beacon to those lost at sea, but it also catches the attention of the storms. These storms are what I call spiritual attacks. They can come from people, environments, or even unseen energies that latch onto your light because they're operating at a lower frequency. And the thing about these low-frequency energies is that they're naturally drawn to higher ones. They're hungry for what they lack. So, when your vibration is high, you become a target. Not because you've done anything wrong, but because your light disrupts the darkness. This leads us to the first and most important step in protecting your vibration: awareness. You cannot protect yourself from something you don't recognize. So, let me ask you, have you ever felt exhausted after spending time with someone who was overly negative, even though you didn't say much? Have you ever walked into a room and felt instant tension, like the air itself was heavy? Have you ever woken up after a seemingly normal day only to feel inexplicably anxious or drained? These are all signs that you may have absorbed energy that doesn't belong to you. The thing about spiritual attacks is that they often don't feel dramatic. They're subtle. They creep in through the cracks of your awareness. A passing comment from someone that needles at your insecurities. A wave of jealousy or resentment that you feel directed at you. Even your own subconscious thoughts can become a gateway for lower energies to interfere with your vibration. So the question becomes, how do you stay vigilant without becoming paranoid? How do you protect your light without dimming it? Here's where the real work begins. You must understand that protection starts from within. It's not about building walls or cutting yourself off from the world. It's about strengthening your inner energy field so that no external force can penetrate it. Think of it like building a fortress of light around your spirit. This fortress is created through daily practices that maintain and elevate your vibration, even in the face of negativity. One of the most powerful tools for this is grounding. When you're grounded, your energy is stable, centered, and connected to the earth. You become like a tree with deep roots. No matter how strong the storm, you remain unshaken. Grounding can be as simple as standing barefoot on grass, meditating with the intention of connecting to the earth, or even visualizing roots extending from your feet into the ground. But here's the catch. Grounding isn't just a physical practice. It's a mental and emotional one too. It's about being fully present in your body and aware of your energy. So let me ask you, when was the last time you truly felt present? Not distracted, not rushing, but fully aware of yourself and your surroundings in this moment. If it's been a while, that's your first clue that your energy might be vulnerable to outside interference. Another key to protecting your vibration is energetic boundaries. Let's be real. Most of us are terrible at setting boundaries, especially when it comes to our energy. We give too much. We say yes when we want to say no, and we take on other people's emotions as if they're our own. But here's the truth. Your energy is sacred. It's not your job to fix everyone, to solve their problems, or to carry their burdens. When you do this, you not only drain yourself, but you also send a message to the universe that your energy is open and available to anyone who wants to take it. So, ask yourself, where in my life am I overgiving? Where am I saying yes when I really want to say no? And most importantly, how can I start reclaiming my energy without feeling guilty? One of the simplest but most effective ways to set energetic boundaries is through visualization. Picture yourself surrounded by a bubble of light, pure, radiant, and unbreakable. This bubble is your energetic shield. It allows love and positivity to flow in and out, but it blocks anything that doesn't serve your highest good. You can strengthen this shield by setting an intention. Anything else is returned to the universe with love. Repeat this daily, especially before entering situations where you know your energy might be challenged. But protection doesn't end with grounding and boundaries. There's another layer to this, and it's one that most people overlook. Your own inner energy leaks. These are the places where you unknowingly give your power away. Maybe it's through fear, doubt, or insecurity. Maybe it's through dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. These leaks might seem small, but they create openings for lower energies to enter. So, how do you seal them? You do it by becoming fiercely intentional about your thoughts and emotions. every time you catch yourself spiraling into negativity, pause. Take a deep breath. Remind yourself of your power. Say, I release this thought. It has no power over me. Remember, your vibration is like a signal you're broadcasting to the universe. When you're aligned with love, gratitude, and trust, you strengthen your energy field. But when you're stuck in fear, resentment, or doubt, you weaken it. This doesn't mean you have to suppress or ignore negative emotions. They're part of being human, but it does mean you have to be conscious of how long you let them linger. So, here's a question to reflect on. What negative thought or emotion have you been holding on to that you're ready to release? As we wrap up this first part, I want you to remember that protecting your vibration isn't about fear, it's about empowerment. It's about owning your energy, standing in your light, and refusing to let anything dim it. Because here's the truth, your light is stronger than any darkness. Every time you choose love over fear, gratitude over resentment, and trust over doubt, you raise your vibration. And when your vibration is high, you raise your vibration. And when your vibration has only high, you raise your vibration. You've made it this far, and that means you're serious about protecting your energy and preserving your high vibration. But what if I told you there's a way to go beyond just defending yourself from spiritual attacks? What if I told you that these challenges, these disruptions in your energy, aren't just obstacles, but opportunities? What if you could transform every spiritual attack into a stepping stone for your growth, evolution, and deeper alignment with your higher self? That's exactly what we're going to dive into now. Let's start with a truth that many people overlook. Spiritual attacks only have power over you if you let them. They thrive on fear, on resistance, and on the belief that you're a victim. But when you stop seeing these attacks as something happening to you and start seeing them as something happening for you, everything changes. This isn't about blaming yourself or saying you deserve these experiences. It's about shifting your perspective. Every time your energy is disrupted, it's a chance to learn more about yourself, to strengthen your boundaries, and to deepen your connection to your inner power. So let me ask you a question. When was the last time you faced a challenge that completely threw you off balance? Maybe it was a conflict with someone you care about. Maybe it was an overwhelming wave of anxiety or self-doubt. Maybe it was a string of bad luck that left you feeling drained and defeated. Now, think about how you responded. Did you react with fear, frustration, or helplessness? Or did you take a step back, reflect, and ask yourself what this experience was teaching you? Here's the thing. Spiritual attacks often come disguised as ordinary life challenges, a toxic relationship, a stressful work environment, a random encounter with someone who seems to drain your energy. These are all forms of energetic disruption, and while it's easy to label them as negative, they're actually mirrors. They show you where your energy is vulnerable, where your boundaries need to be stronger, and where you're being called to grow. So, the next time you feel under attack, ask yourself, what is this experience revealing about me? One of the most powerful ways to turn spiritual attacks into opportunities for growth is to practice radical self-awareness. This means taking full responsibility for your energy, not in a way that blames you for what's happening, but in a way that empowers you to respond consciously. For example, if you notice that certain people or situations consistently lower your vibration, ask yourself why. What is it about their energy that triggers you? Is it their negativity, their criticism, their lack of boundaries? And more importantly, what does your reaction say about you? Are you holding on to old wounds that make you more susceptible to their energy? Are you giving your power away by seeking their approval or validation? The answers to these questions are the keys to your growth. They show you where you still have work to do, where you need to heal, and where you need to evolve. And here's the beautiful part. Every time you face a spiritual attack with awareness and intention, you strengthen your energy. You become more resilient, more grounded, and more alive with your higher self. So, the next time you feel like someone or something is attacking your energy, pause, take a deep breath, and, instead of reacting, reflect. Ask yourself, what lesson is hidden in this experience? How can I use this to grow? Energetic alchemy can also be applied to your own emotions. Let's say you're feeling overwhelmed by fear or doubt. Instead of pushing those feelings away or letting them consume you, try sitting with them. Acknowledge them. Ask them what they're trying to tell you. Fear, for example, often points to something you care deeply about. It shows you where you're being called to grow, to confront a limiting belief. When you approach your emotions with curiosity instead of judgment, you turn them into allies instead of enemies. But here's the thing. Alchemy isn't always easy. It requires patience, practice, and a willingness to sit with discomfort. It requires you to choose growth over comfort, awareness over avoidance. So let me ask you, what lower energy in your life are you ready to transform? What fear, doubt, or pain are you willing to face so that you can grow? Another powerful tool for turning spiritual attacks into growth opportunities is gratitude. I know this might sound counterintuitive. How can you be grateful for something that feels so draining or disruptive? But gratitude isn't about condoning or excusing what's happening. It's about shifting your focus. It's about finding the silver lining, the hidden gift, the unexpected lesson. For example, if someone's negativity is challenging your energy, you can be grateful for the opportunity to practice setting boundaries. If a situation is triggering your insecurities, you can be grateful for the chance to heal and release those old wounds. Gratitude doesn't erase the challenge, but it changes how you experience it. It shifts your perspective from victim to creator, from powerless to empowered. Here's an exercise you can try the next time you feel under spiritual attack. Write down 3 things you're grateful for about the situation. Yes, it might feel difficult at first, but as you dig deeper, you'll start to see the hidden gifts. Maybe it's teaching you resilience. Maybe it's helping you clarify what you truly want. Maybe it's showing you how far you've already come. Whatever it is, let that gratitude fill you. And it remind you that every challenge, no matter how difficult, is an opportunity for growth. Finally, turning spiritual attacks into growth opportunities requires trust. Trust in yourself, trust in the universe, and trust in the process. Trust that every experience, no matter how challenging, is happening for your highest good. Trust that you are always supported, even when it doesn't feel like it. Trust that your light is stronger than any darkness. This trust isn't blind faith. It's a deep knowing that you are more powerful than any external force. So, let me ask you, what would it feel like to fully trust yourself and the universe, even in the face of a spiritual attack? How might your perspective change if you believed that every challenge is an opportunity for growth? As we close this part, remember this: spiritual attacks are not the end of your journey. They're the beginning of a deeper, more profound connection with your highest self. Every time you face one, you're being given the chance to grow, to evolve, and to shine even brighter. So, the next time you feel under attack, don't shrink back. Don't dim your light. Stand tall, embrace the challenge, and trust that you are being guided toward your highest potential. We've explored how to protect your energy and how to transform spiritual attacks into opportunities for growth. But now it's time to talk about something even more powerful: energetic sovereignty. What does it mean to truly own your energy? To stand so firmly in your light that no external force, no person, no situation, no spiritual attack can disrupt your vibration. When you master energetic sovereignty, you don't just protect your high vibration, you become untouchable. You create a reality where your energy is self-sustaining, aligned, and entirely in your control. This is the ultimate goal of spiritual empowerment, and today we're diving deep into how to achieve it. Let's begin with this. Your energy is your responsibility. That might feel like a heavy statement at first, but think about it. How often do we blame others for how we feel? That person drained me. This situation ruined my day. Their negativity threw me off. While it's true that external energies can influence us, the real question is, why do we allow it? Why do we give others so much power over our internal state? Energetic sovereignty begins when you stop looking outward for the cause of your energetic disruptions and start looking inward for the solution. Here's the truth: no one can drain you without your permission. That might sound harsh, but it's empowering once you fully understand it. When you take complete ownership of your energy, you realize that every interaction, every choice, every reaction either strengthens or weakens your vibration. So, the first step to mastering energetic sovereignty is to ask yourself, where am I giving my power away? Maybe it's in relationships where you overextend yourself. Maybe it's in situations where you seek validation or approval. Maybe it's in your own thoughts, those spiraling worries, doubts, or resentments that drain you from the inside out. Whatever it is, identifying these energy leaks is the first step to reclaiming your sovereignty. One of the most practical ways to strengthen your energetic sovereignty is through energetic integrity. Think of it like this: your energy field is like a container. When it's intact, it holds your high vibration effortlessly. But when it's full of cracks, caused by unresolved emotions, weak boundaries, or self-doubt, your energy leaks out and external energies seep in. So, how do you repair these cracks? By aligning your actions, thoughts, and emotions with your highest self. This means living in integrity with your truth. Are you saying yes when you really want to say no? Are you surrounding yourself with people who uplift you, or are you tolerating relationships that pull you down? Are you honoring your boundaries, or are you letting guilt and obligation dictate your choices? Every time you act out of alignment with your truth, you weaken your energetic container. But every time you honor your truth, you strengthen it. Here's a question for you. What would your life look like if you fully honored your truth? If you said no when you meant no? If you walked away from what no longer served you? If you stopped apologizing for taking up space? How would your energy change? This is what energy sovereignty feels like. It's not about being selfish or shutting others out. It's about recognizing that your energy is sacred and treating it as such. Another key to mastering energetic sovereignty is detachment. This doesn't mean you stop caring about people or situations. It means you stop tying your energy to things you can't control. So many of us give away our power by attaching our energy to outcomes, other people's opinions, or external circumstances. We think, I'll be happy when this happens, or I can't feel at peace until they change. But the truth is, as long as your energy depends on something outside of you, you're not sovereign. You're a prisoner to that thing. Detachment is about reclaiming your power by realizing that your peace, your joy, your vibration, these are yours to cultivate, no matter what's happening around you. So, how do you practice detachment? Start by observing your own reactions. The next time someone says or does something that triggers you, pause. Instead of reacting, ask yourself, why am I letting this affect me? Is it because you're seeking their approval? Because you're afraid of their judgment? Because you're attached to being right? Whatever it is, recognize that the trigger is a reflection of something within you, not them. This isn't about blaming yourself. It's about taking responsibility for your energy. When you detach from the need to control others or outcomes, you free yourself. You reclaim your energetic sovereignty. But mastering sovereignty isn't just about boundaries and detachment. It's also about amplifying your own light. The stronger your light, the less susceptible you are to external forces. Think of it like this. A candle can be blown out by the slightest wind, but a roaring fire cannot. The more you cultivate your inner fire, the more resilient your energy becomes. So, how do you amplify your light? Through practices that nourish your soul. Meditation, gratitude, movement, creativity, time in nature. These are not just tools for raising your vibration. They're acts of self-love that reinforce your energetic sovereignty. Every time you prioritize your well-being, you send a message to the universe. My energy is sacred and I will not compromise it. Let me ask you something. What are you doing daily to amplify your light? Are you making time for the practices that nourish you? Or are you pouring all your energy into others and leaving none for yourself? Sovereignty requires discipline, not in a rigid or punishing way, but in a way that honors your worth. It's about creating routines and rituals that keep your cup full so you can give from a place of overflow, not depletion. Finally, energetic sovereignty requires trust. Trust in yourself and trust in the universe. Trust that you are capable of protecting your energy, no matter what challenges arise. Trust that the universe is always supporting you, even when it feels like you're under attack. And trust that your light is more powerful than any darkness. This trust isn't something you cultivate overnight. It's something you build, moment by moment, choice by choice. Every time you choose to honor your energy, you strengthen that trust. Every time you choose to detach from fear and align with love, you deepen that trust. So, here's the ultimate question. What would your life look like if you fully trusted in your own light? If you knew without a doubt that you are powerful, protected, and fully capable of maintaining your high vibration, how would you show up in the world? What would you let go of? What would you embrace? As we wrap up this part, remember this. Energetic sovereignty isn't about building walls or fighting off spiritual attacks. It's about standing so firmly in your own light that nothing can shake you. It's about owning your energy, honoring your truth, and trusting in your infinite power. When you master this, you don't just protect your high vibration, you become unshakable, unstoppable, and fully alive with your highest self. Let's explore what divine alignment truly means and how it becomes the ultimate shield against spiritual attacks. First, understand this. When you're aligned with divine energy, you stop operating from fear, scarcity, or resistance. These lower frequencies cannot exist in the presence of divine alignment because they are rooted in illusion. The illusion that you are separate from the source. But when you're anchored in the truth of who you are, your vibration naturally rises to a state of love, trust, and abundance. And here's the key. Lower energies cannot penetrate a field of love. They simply cannot exist on the same frequency. So, how do you anchor yourself in divine alignment? It starts with connection. Connection to your higher self, to the universe, and to the present moment. Divine alignment cannot be found in the past or the future. It exists only in the now. This is why practices like meditation, mindfulness, and prayer are so powerful. They bring you back to your center. They remind you that beneath all the noise of the mind and the chaos of the world, there is a stillness within you. A stillness that is eternal, infinite, and unshakable. Take a moment right now to connect with that stillness. Close your eyes, if you can, and take a deep breath. Feel the air entering your lungs, filling you with life. As you exhale, imagine releasing anything that doesn't serve you. Repeat this a few times and notice how your energy begins to settle. This is alignment. It's not something you have to chase or force. It's something you return to again and again by simply being present. Now, let me ask you, how often do you take time to connect with the present moment? In a world full of distractions, it's easy to get lost in the noise. But every time you pause, breathe, and return to stillness, you are anchoring yourself in divine energy. You are reminding yourself of your true nature. And the more you do this, the stronger your connection becomes. Another key to divine alignment is trust. Trust is the foundation of all spiritual protection. When you trust in the universe, you stop resisting life. You stop fighting against what is and start flowing with it. This doesn't mean you become passive or accept negativity. It means you release the need to control everything. You trust that the universe is always working in your favor, even when it doesn't seem like it. You trust that every challenge, every obstacle, every spiritual attack is ultimately leading you closer to your highest self. But here's the thing about trust. It's not just a belief, it's a practice. It's something you cultivate through your choices, your actions, and your mindset. For example, when you face a difficult situation, do you immediately react with fear or frustration? Or do you take a step back and trust that there's a higher purpose at play? When things don't go as planned, do you cling to your expectations, or do you surrender to the flow of life? Every time you choose trust over fear, you strengthen your alignment with the divine. The next step in anchoring your energy in divine alignment is intention. Your intention is like a compass. It directs the flow of your energy and determines the frequency you operate on. When your intention is rooted in love, gratitude, and service, your vibration naturally rises and your energy field becomes impenetrable to lower frequencies. But here's the catch. You must be intentional not just in your actions, but in your thoughts and emotions as well. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel is an energy you're putting out into the universe. And that energy either reinforces your alignment or disrupts it. So, how do you set powerful intentions? Start each day by asking yourself, what energy do I want to embody today? Instead of focusing on what you want to do, focus on how you want to be. Maybe your intention is to embody peace, no matter what happens. Maybe it's to radiate love, even in the face of negativity. Hold that intention in your heart as you move through your day and notice how it transforms your energy. The more you live with intention, the more aligned you become. Finally, divine alignment requires gratitude. Gratitude is one of the highest vibrations you can embody. It shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant, from what's wrong to what's right. And when you're in a state of gratitude, you align yourself with the flow of divine energy. Gratitude is not just about saying thank you for the good things. It's about finding appreciation in every moment, even the challenging ones. It's about recognizing that every experience, no matter how difficult, is a gift, a lesson, a step on your journey. So, here's the ultimate question. What would your life look like if you lived every day in divine alignment? If you trusted the universe completely, if you set clear and loving intentions, if you embodied gratitude in every moment, how would your energy shift? How would your reality transform? As we close this part, remember this: divine alignment is not something you achieve, it's something you embody. It's a way of being, a state of trust, a deep connection to the infinite power within you. And when you live from this state, you don't just protect your high vibration, you elevate it to a level where nothing can touch you. You become a force of light, a beacon of love, and a living expression of the divine. The ultimate shield isn't something you create, it's something you are.